Above the office she dominated for a decade, the flag of the country she divided and transformed flies at half-mast. Behind the barrier they were removing her body from the Ritz hotel, where she died following a stroke. The flag at Buckingham Palace too was lowered, as across Britain and the world tributes poured in to a remarkable leader. Margaret Thatcher strode into history, the first woman to lead any major Western power, the longest-serving Prime Minister in a century and a half. Leaders today recalled her 3 successive election victories. She was never defeated. David Cameron has long acknowledged his debt to her, today cutting short a visit to Spain.
Today we lost a great leader, a great Prime Minister, and a great Britain. Margaret Thatcher didn't just lead our country, she saved our country. And we should never forget that the odds were stacked against her. She was the shopkeeper's daughter from Grantham who made it all the way to the highest office in the land. There were people who said she couldn't make it, who stood in her way, who said that a woman couldn't lead, and she defied them all. We can't deny that Margaret Thatcher divided opinion. For many of us, she was and is an inspiration. For others, she was a force to be defined against. But if there is one thing that cuts through all of this, one thing that runs through everything that she did, it was her lion-hearted love of this country. She was the patriot Prime Minister.
Socialism at home and communism abroad were Thatcher's enemies, yet many in today's Labour Party acknowledged what Tony Blair called her towering stature.
She was a unique political figure. She defined the politics of a whole generation. She was Britain's first woman Prime Minister. She won 3 general elections, and she was a huge, towering figure on the world stage. Now, of course, she was controversial. We disagreed with much of what she did as a Labour Party, but we can disagree and also hugely respect her extraordinary achievements and her extraordinary personal strength.
She once said, "I like Mr. Gorbachev, we can do business together." Today, the former Soviet president said she was a great leader whose word carried weight. But not everyone mourns her passing. The IRA men she fought, like the miners she crushed, loathed her.
Margaret Thatcher, in her terms as British Prime Minister, did great hurt to people in Britain, to working class communities across Britain, but also to people here in Ireland.
She survived an IRA bomb built to kill her. A victim of that attack wishes there were more like her.
She always sought to look at the facts of a matter before she started giving her opinions. And many times I've heard her stop a discussion quite early on in it to say, "Gentlemen, shall we have the facts first and the discussion afterwards?"
But colleagues remember too her final years of discord, poll tax riots, a party deeply divided on Europe.
I think all politicians, when they're in Parliament for a while, and particularly if they're Prime Minister for a while, they lose the inner ear that connects them to the electorate. After 3 election victories, I think it faded away a little, and things began to go wrong in the last couple of years.
Dominant yet divisive, a leader of conviction and conflict. Her voice, her politics echo down the decades.
The Iron Lady of the Western world. The ladies not for turning. Rejoice at that news. No, no, no.
In her final months, so frail. In her pomp, so powerful. Few British leaders have been anything like her.